Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life of Mercedes. Today I am going to discuss buying in bulk. So believe it or not, I actually get a lot of questions either from my grocery hauls or my what I eat in a day videos of why I don't buy things in bulk. Now, if you've been with my channel for a while, or if you have watched more than 1 or 2 videos, you would know that I do buy things in bulk. I buy things in bulk quite frequently. So I'm going to just show you guys, because I've shown it in some of my other videos. So this is a big bag of Boom Chicka Pop that I got from Costco. I want to say it was like $4 or $5 on sale. It's good till October. I bought 2 of them. I love Boom Chicka Pop, so this was a definite need to get. So the questions that I get is because I get individually wrapped, individually portioned things, and isn't it more economical to go to Costco, get something like this, and put it in your own bags? Yes, it is, if you can get this huge bag for $4 or $5. However, not everything works out as good of a deal at a big box store. I'm going to go ahead and put this back. Let's see. And these are just a couple of examples. Here is my Cheez-It Snapped, and these seem to be the culprit that caused some conversation, some questions. Now, this is a box of 42 Cheez-It Snapped. So they are a little lighter in calories than like regular Cheez-Its. And I got these at Sam's Club a while back, and these are good until this September. And then I also got these special K-bars. I actually ate them all. But this is a box of 60 crisps. And what I have inside them is my little Rice Krispies that I also got from Sam's Club. But some of my stuff I did not buy in bulk. So buying in bulk is only economical, one, if the things that you like eating come in an economically sized container. Also, you have to have access to a big box store. So Costco, Sam's Club, BJ's, you have to have a membership. So we have access to a Costco and a Sam's Club membership, but $50 a year might not seem like that much to some people, but to other people, that's an expense that just is not in the budget. Aside from that, when you go to Costco, you're buying things in bulk, so it is going to be more expensive up front. So if you have a smaller budget, grocery budget, or if you are a low-income household and you really can't allot that much money at one time, that's not really going to help you. Yes, in the long run, buying in bulk can save you money. But if you don't have the initial upfront cost, the upfront money to do that, then it's kind of null and void at that point. Also, how many times do either we did it personally or we know somebody who goes to Costco and spends an obscene amount of money only to end up throwing most of that stuff away? So if I go to Costco and spend $1,000 on food and household items, and half of it ends up getting thrown away because it goes bad before I can eat it, or it turns out I really don't like those items, well, you're basically throwing $500 away in the trash. And that's not economical for anybody. Because even if you are not on a tight budget, even if you are not low income, who really wants to throw that kind of money away? I mean, I don't. So I do buy in bulk, and I do encourage you guys to buy in bulk when it is feasible, when it is in your budget, and when it's things that you're actually going to eat. These are things that I have been saying for years. I've been on YouTube for years, and I've been saying that to you guys forever. I've also encouraged you guys before, let's say that you and your sister both love these, and this is $10 for this box. I don't remember how much it was because it was on sale. I think it might have been $8, $10, something like that. So you spend $5, she spends $5, you split the pack. That could work. Things like that it would be better if you can manage that. So there's the initial cost of the membership, and then there also is the large sum of money up front. Now, Brandon and I have a $300 a month grocery budget. That is something that we have implemented, and we try to stick to that. So we do go to Costco, but we go to Costco with a shopping list. So the time that we went and got that Boom Chicka Pop, that was not on the list. However, that's something that I love and I buy all the time. And so we could make room in the budget for the extra $8 to get 2 giant bags of snacks for me. But if it wasn't in the budget, we wouldn't have been going home with it. And the other thing is too that I keep kind of mentioning but not really focusing on is if it's not things that you genuinely like. So eggs, let's talk about eggs. Brandon and I eat a lot of eggs. My parents have chickens, and so the vast majority of our eggs do come from my parents' chickens, depending upon the time of year. Now, when their girls are not really laying that well, I do buy eggs. And when I buy eggs, I buy a large, I forget what it is, like 5.5 dozen, or I don't remember exactly. It's those huge box ones. And it's actually cheaper for me to buy those at my local Walmart than it is at my local Costco. Now, the prices at your Walmart and Costco might be different, or they might not sell those, but I have done the price comparison, and for me, buying them from my local Walmart is more economical than getting them at the Costco. So that's what I do, and we'll have a large container of eggs in our fridge. And I also got asked about my yogurts. Now, I like to eat the low-calorie yogurt. I will do regular yogurt or Greek yogurt. It just kind of depends what I'm feeling. At my local Costco, they don't have any light yogurt. They have some, I think it's, what is it, like OKIA or Oiko, or I don't know, it's some triple something or other. And I don't like that yogurt, and it's, and it's not a light yogurt. So I'm not going to buy something that I don't like and that doesn't fit into what I'm looking for, because that's not economical to buy stuff that you don't really like. But when I do get yogurt, I buy the giant packs at Walmart, or we also have a discount grocery store, and I think for $5 I got like 30 cups of yogurt. You can't really beat that, and it was the light yogurt. So when possible, I do that because the discount grocery store does have things in bulk like that. But if it's not things that you're going to use or things that you like, it doesn't really make sense, and it doesn't save you money in the long run. Same thing with staple items. We eat a lot of rice in this house. So it would make sense for us to get a giant bag of rice at a warehouse store, because we would go through it. But if you guys have rice once in a great while, it really wouldn't make economical sense to buy a giant bag. That goes for flour, sugar, oats, anything of that nature. If you don't do a lot of baking, just go to your local grocery store and get a 5-pound bag of flour, or a 5-pound bag of sugar. It depends on your needs and what you guys eat and what you guys cook. Because there is a lot of argument for in the long run. Yes, but are you actually going to use it in the allotted time? The other thing is that I want to stress is space. Me personally, we have a small apartment. So we have to be very mindful about how much bulk items we have. We can't go to Costco and get a 100-pound bag of flour and a 100-pound bag of sugar. I don't even know if they sell them in that size at Costco. I'm just, being facetious, I guess. But because where would we put it? We literally could, it'd be sitting in the living room. But if you use it and you have the budget for it and you have the space for it, then go ahead. In the long run, it will save you money. We have a fridge and a freezer, attached to each other, and that's it. So it's not like we can go to Costco and just load up on all the frozen food and put it in the chest freezer. At present, we don't have a chest freezer, and I don't know if we're going to have one, because if you've been with me for a long time, I've pretty much always had a chest freezer. But in this apartment, I don't think that that's going to be possible. So you kind of have to make do with the space that you have available. So as I've been saying for many years, buy in bulk if it works for you. But depending upon your circumstances and your budget and also your family size, if it's just you, or just you and a significant other, you and a child, or you and a roommate, but you and your roommate don't really share food, it just kind of depends on a lot of different factors, and you just have to factor in for yourself what makes the most sense. So do I buy in bulk? Absolutely. Most of the things I buy are in bulk that fits my lifestyle, fits my budget, and fits my space. So I would encourage you guys to do the same. If there's things that you see that are in bulk, go right ahead. I also don't like a lot of waste. When you go to Costco, they have a mayonnaise jar that's this big, and we just don't use that much mayonnaise to justify getting a big thing like that. But if you do, then that would be great. I also want to point out, at some place like a Walmart, they usually have a section with larger items. I know that I came from a large family, and we did not usually have a Costco membership, but my mother would go to the local grocery store, and she would get the giant ketchups and the giant mayonnaises, and they had these huge things of ranch and salsa. And even though most of us are out of the house now, the salsa, salsa and barbecue sauce and ranch, my mother still buys the giant ones, because for her it's more economical to buy those giant ones. In the amount of time that it would go bad, they have already gone through it. My mother and father still have us over all the time, me and all my siblings. My mother entertains a good bit. That makes sense for her rather than buying a bunch of little bottles. But if you don't go through that much of that stuff, then it really wouldn't be economical. Pickles. Brandon and I go through a lot of pickles. So we buy giant jars of pickles, and we go through them in a very fast amount of time. But if you don't, then a smaller jar would be better. So guys, just like with everything, there is in most situations, I hate to say this, but there isn't a golden rule of this is the answer. It's just not, because each individual person and each individual situation and each individual season of your life is going to be different. One day, I hope to have 3 chest freezers filled with half a cow and all this different kind of stuff, but that's not the season of life that I am in. And so you have to kind of just accept where you are. And having a smaller grocery budget really allows us to not waste food, to really eat things that we genuinely enjoy. And in that, we make space in the budget to go on dates so that we can go out to eat occasionally and also save some money. We value saving the money for other things rather than buying food that's just going to end up in the trash. We throw away very little food around here. If it comes into the house, we pretty much eat it. It's very rare that something gets food-wise gets thrown away or goes to waste. But that is a priority to me. And I've talked about that before. To some people that's not a priority, and that's okay. But to me it is. So buying in bulk when possible, when it makes sense for you. And if you're not in that situation where you can get a membership to a box store or have access to one, that's okay. Just do the best that you can. Okay? So, and again, guys, I don't mind answering any questions or anything like that. I'm all for it. But if you've been with me a long time, you already probably knew the answer. But, you know, you just figured I would go ahead and answer that since I've been getting a lot of new subscribers. So sometimes people see a video and then they think that that's like the way that it always is, instead of actually, you know, seeing everything that goes on. But I'm always happy to answer questions, guys, and I'm hoping that this will help somebody maybe make a better decision for themselves, or, you know, realize that what they're doing is the best that they can. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Until next time, guys, bye.